So today, just gonna make some more progress, more courses, more characters. But if I see myself having some time, then I will maybe try to do some hard mode matches so that I can secure more. I can secure more of those costumes and all that stuff. Going good, Tarzan. You're here nice and early. Congrats on your Hot Shots 3 run. Yeah, holy crap, that was quite good. I'll have my work cut out for me if I'm gonna have to try to beat that, cause if I estimated correctly, I would have to bring. I don't know if you counted how many holes you played in your run, but I think I would have to. Yeah, you were close. I think you would have probably had to have cut one, maybe at most two holes out of the whole thing to get sub-hour. I think you have to. I think maybe 66 or fewer holes total, and that could get you the sub-hour. So yeah, but shoot. For me, my weak points in the run I got were mid game. I just was not playing well. Yeah, it was mid game, Blue and Luis. Those matches were bad, but everything else was super good. Okay. Let's see if I have any additional courses that I haven't played. Yeah, I did Fox. That was a pretty good run. Well, I did Fox. Well, that was actually a pretty tough course. Yeah, I did Silk Road. Yeah, I've done all these at least once. Kanawha Hotel is pretty easy, but I think by that point I already had Lynn, and she's pretty strong, so... Damn, yeah. Happens sometimes. And let's see what other characters I got available. Oh, okay. We got this crazy Russell man who hails from central continental U.S. Oh yeah, then we got the police dog that only does everybody club. So I'm gonna try to secure the turbo balls, not the big air balls before I do that. Oh, and Kamala's available. Yes, and she hails from India. What appears to be Mumbai, probably by the location there. Okay, so yeah, we got WrestleMan Chaos. Then we got Indian Lady Kamala. And we've got Regis, the British police dog. Trying to remember what equipment I got. I do have big air golf balls, don't I? Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess they couldn't get John Daly back. You know, it's limited time endorsement and all that. That's why we haven't seen Mike Tyson in any punch outs. Okay, yeah, so we do have big air golf balls. So I guess I could take on Ladoge. Yeah, that totally makes sense. So
let's rock this town.
Gonna rock. Yeah, dude, this dog here has a lot of strengths. What is it? Rough, sand, and curve. So yeah, what he lacks in power, he seems to just have a lot of control. That seems to be the big thing. I can choose any course, but I am limited in the golf balls. So let's try Aloha Beach. Maybe I can take advantage. And then maybe I'm gonna try using certain characters more so that I can obtain their loyalty and get more costumes. Yeah, big air golf balls. Which unfortunately will kind of kill the control, but at least everything else should be pretty good.
Do you want some jello?
So I am curious though. how I'll end up getting more caddies, because I think I still have just the original 3. Hasn't really been any indication, and I haven't seen them become available in the shop. Thankfully, the control won't really be a problem, because with everybody clubs, I'll be guaranteed perfect impact. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Mitch is potentially powerful enough to get Yuger on Aloha Hole 3, and maybe probably even Hole 6 as well. But what I remember is Hole 3 goes super far uphill, so yeah. And when you get to the point where you unlock either, Lin or Mitch, you'll probably likely just be choosing Mitch to unlock him for the greater power. But Lin does hit high, though, so don't know.
That's a clean bill of health.
You got a lot of so.
Okay, so this will be a good start. Yeah, Reggie's taking the long way. So this will be a game of control, because we're using clubs that guarantee it. So then it becomes a game of wind and distance control. Yeah, because what, you need 8,500... you need like... Yeah, you need quite a... Yeah, you need a fair number of points. Yeah, so probably around the halfway point, you might be able to have enough points for bigger clubs, and that does become very helpful. Oh yeah, okay, so it's different, and so it's different there. Yeah, 5,900, that's right. One thing I'm curious about here, and I might have to do some actual like timing testing, is whether in this game here, using everybody clubs, if it saves time, or if there's an additional delay before the swing starts that would offset any advantage. So
Easy does it.
yeah, wow, that's actually pretty significant too. Yeah, because the thing is though, yeah, you'll definitely want to stay with Sakura initially if you can't Yuger Hole 3, because playing the whole 5 out takes longer. Otherwise, if you're going for the 4-0 sweep. Whereas the first par 5 on Sakura doesn't happen until hole 5, so that saves a bunch of time if you're able to just get a 4-0 sweep there and then. Fascinating. Well, this appears to be a very strong wind, so not taking a chance with that. And I will definitely take advantage of the control offered by the clubs here. No super spin is a shame, but Lin has strong spin, so we just work around that. Yeah, we'll just work around that. That's the key to becoming a good golfer.
Nice shot.
Good dog.
You're in the waiting room.
For the most part, I was able to 4-0 Kamala in my run, so I think I lucked out there. And I think I may have one time been able to 4-0 Zeus,
That won't hurt a bit.
but those are definitely exceptions rather than the expectations. So a little bit of break. I might have over-aimed, but we'll see here. Nope, of course not. It's hot shots. There is no such thing as over-aiming.
I hate chewing gum.
Poor Doug. Alright. Ah, yes, this hole. You can even hear the wind here. Yeah, wind tends to be... Oh, no, wait, that's not the wind. That's the plane. Duh. I was gonna say, yeah. Okay. So I would like to be as far left as possible so that those palms don't get in the way, but unfortunately, due to the nerf distance from the clubs, that's not going to be an option. That will be partially made up for by Perfect Impact, though. Like, it's unbelievable how good Perfect Impact is. So, I may actually be equipping everybody clubs on purpose for some of the stronger characters, if I opt to use them. But yeah, I'll definitely have to look into do some timing tests to see whether using everybody clubs would be worth it as far as speed and control investment goes. Because I know Disney Golf definitely you save time using Morty Mouse. He has a similar sort of play style. Like he's like the easy mode character that sacrifices power for Perfect Impact. So yeah, I'm not reaching the screen. But that okay. That is okay. We'll hopefully dodge that bunker up there.
You got a loss of opso.
Yeah, this is a good lag point. Inside approach distance, so might be able to get away with trying one of those. That is undercooked, my Doge. That is undercooked. Yeah, your elevated green, that is quite undercooked.
Sticky.
Okay. Oh, right, these clubs. Okay. Approach is gun roll. Oh, wow, that stuck pretty good, actually. Probably because I went down to a sand. It do be that way.
Nice approach.
Should be able to win this hole confidently.
This shot won't hurt a bit. It's going up
Okay,
with the heart
a
rate.
little bit to work with. A little bit over.
Clean yourself.
Okay. Okay.
That was sufficient.
Ah.
That'll work. Green tea gives you green pea.
Don't tell me to sit.
Yeah, that green definitely sucks to approach. Not just going super far uphill, but those trees get in the way more often than one would think. Only like all of like 3 trees, and that's enough to potentially screw you over. So it is definitely in one's interest to have as strong of a character as possible and aim left, so that then the trees are not in the way. Or just fade around them. I don't, and it would not only would I have to get a PSP, but I would also have to acquire additional hardware to record from. Because I just don't see myself ever just using a PSP, casually. So, yeah, it would not. Yeah, PSP Vita, DS 3DS. Yeah, I don't have any of those anymore. I used to have a DS, but I eventually ended up trading like everything I had on DS in. Traded all that stuff in. And then as far as 3DS goes, I ended up breaking my DS a very long time ago, but I've heard rumored that if you still have a Nintendo account and you still have like and you can still find your Nintendo Network ID, then it may be possible to buy a new console and then have Nintendo support transfer all of your everything, transfer everything to the new console from your old one. There's a small possibility I might see myself buying a 3DS, another 3DS again if I could transfer everything. But it has been 7 years since I've had a 3DS. So yeah, long time.
Nice shot.
You got a
That's a
loss
healthy shot.
also.
Ah, well that is super convenient. Component cable is actually optimal for my needs because then that would allow me to run it through the RetroTink to upscale and clean it up further.
The nurse ordered.
That way then I won't have to use an M Classic
Tomorrow.
if it were HDMI out instead.
Chemical imbalance.
Okay, fine. I'm not a pure breed. No.
This shot won't hurt a bit.
I mean, don't count it out, but I wouldn't count on it either, because I would literally only be buying a PSP for hot shots. But thankfully, in this day and age, the PSP still is not terribly expensive at secondhand stores. I do occasionally see PSP and Vita stuff secondhand, so yeah, it wouldn't be horribly expensive, and it wouldn't exhaust the space that I have on my entertainment cabinet right now, like say a new console would. That would be my main reason for not getting a PlayStation 3. Is too pricey, and I would have to take something out and do a bunch of wiring shit. It's already my rig is already strained as is. So another console is not going to be happening until I'm able to upgrade entirely.
You roll over.
Wow, that's pretty good. Unfortunately, this, in spite of the tailwind, looks to be a little bit too risky. So, because the thing is that I have discovered what full does, but it's still too risky. So what full does is you'll notice that when you toggle a power shot, it adds 10 yards. What a full does is if you go double frame perfect, then you will add anywhere from 10 to 25 yards to your shot, which can prove very useful if you want to squeeze a little more distance out, but it's a very risky option. And if you miss impact, then bad things can happen.
Got a loss also.
Although with everybody clubs, though, you could see the full power shots being a more effective combo. So what, you probably just eBayed, or? Because I've learned over the course of my life to kind of develop a distrust of eBay, but maybe it's come round over the years. It's not as suspect as it used to be, and a lot of it, I guess, does just come down to how good the seller is. Okay.
I'll get your putter.
Yeah, there's all sorts of sites like that, like Newegg or Half or Amazon even, or Etsy. Ah, fascinating. That's an option. I've done Etsy a couple times for just various like random things. Like I one time saw a listing. Someone made custom top label stickers for Nintendo 64 cartridges, and an entire set of like 500 stickers for all the North American games was $20. So yeah, that's I would recommend if you have an N64 collection, getting yourself some nice top labels.
That's a clean bill
And
of
yeah,
health.
I'm gonna end up being short on this. I needed the full 100.
The doctor will see you now.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a putt.
Don't pick at it. Hit the ball. Easy does it.
Oh boy, yep.
Right.
Big old 100 meter. And this breaks quite a bit, so I'm gonna have to aim beyond my caddy here, probably. Down that, so... Yeah, so every mark here is an even 10, so that's convenient. Thankfully the meter goes nice and slow, so... Okay, yeah, shit, that's breaking a lot. Hey, Lamau. I don't know what I was thinking. But, okay, 10 feet's manageable.
It's going up like your heart rate. I'd aim right.
I was gonna say, no freaking way. But okay.
Par, you'll live to see it tomorrow. It's going up like your heart rate. Oh my!
Ooh, okay, I thought I hit that too hard.
That was sufficient. Green tea gives
I-
you green tea.
Because I told myself, okay, you gotta make it past the 12-foot mark, but I went just past the 16 mark instead, so that was 4 feet harder than I wanted, but that kind of putt would not fly in Hot Shots 3.
That was sufficient.
Doggone shame.
Okay. Oh, okay, par 5, so this is where I can win outright. Yeah, right path here is definitely superior. Unfortunately, the headwind will probably prevent Uger here. You go down a decent amount on the drive, but the green is once again elevated.
How do you clean yourself?
Yeah, thankfully I've got big air golf balls, cause I really need the power. Like, I mean, Lynn is not weak, but she gets nerfed pretty hard. So, yeah, I wasn't going to be reaching this in 2 anyway. Rough, okay. Well, thank goodness for perfect impact.
That's a clean bill of health.
You got a loss up, so.
So,
Trauma.
How do you
okay.
clean yourself?
alright, no biggie. The one thing, I think the part where the game is going to get difficult is when we start seeing point matches. And those matches work entirely different, so they're not score-based. Instead, they're based on how many points you get hole by hole. And if you get more points on the hole than your opponent, you win the hole, and vice versa. And you get more points if you reach green and red. Like, the closer you get to the hole, there's different, like, thresholds, and you'll get more points if you land closer. So it's absolutely in your best interest to play your absolute best shots. And each stroke, of course, has a significant difference in points. So it does also come down to score, but then in the case of a tiebreaker for score, it will often come down to you dodging hazards and oh, this is going to be way too hard unless I get distance nerf.
Just what the nurse ordered. How did you paddle?
That'll make me drink.
Otherwise, like, say for instance there, like a so-called ultra shot.
It's going up like your heart rate.
So that was worth 50 points, whereas if I was maybe like 20 feet away, then landing in that range might only be worth like 20 points or something. So I can imagine at some point that point matches could become a little annoying.
Chemical imbalance.
Okay, fine.
Oh yeah, chip-ins, holes-in-ones, all that stuff are worth a bunch of points. So basically... Yeah, so basically, like, hole-in-ones, albies would be, like, auto-wins.
I'm not a dog.
Not that they wouldn't be in curved matches.
Yama, 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 yama.
Alright, so I got dog now, which is delightful.